Peace of Mind Sports Podcast is live. NFL Wildcard 2025, 2026. You know.
No.
Got Marley in the house. What's happening, brother? Our Browns ambassador, Eric, is in the house. What's up, Eric?
How's it going, fellas?
Morning. Appreciate you making some time for us on a Sunday morning to talk about all the things. The NFL Wildcard weekend, coaching carousel.
Cool.
7 teams are looking for a head coach for now.
It's gonna get spicy. I think it's gonna get real spicy. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this whole carousel goes.
I just want to see where Harbaugh lands.
That'll be
Talk about the Giants.
I don't see why he would go to the Giants.
Where else is he gonna head?
I think if he waits a little bit longer, he may find more teams. And I think that he could go to a more complete team. He needs a team that's ready to win now. The Giants aren't ready to win right now. He's a culture changer. He's not so much a developer.
Like Green Bay,
Yeah,
Buffalo.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Pittsburgh.
Hell no! Don't let him go there.
Who's that?
Harbaugh.
Go where?
Green Bay, Buffalo, Pittsburgh.
He's not coming here, bro. That ain't happening.
Never
Okay,
know.
that's not gonna happen.
I'm telling you right now, whoever lost that game, their coach was done.
I mean, well, I don't know about Tomlin getting fired. I do believe he's still got one more year on his contract. So, but
it's good to know. And I know you don't believe in them, or like that's not the Rooney way. But there's been a lot of things over the past couple of seasons that the team has done that they wouldn't normally do. And we're in a league now where
we don't flip with the staff though, bro. That's one thing. We might do like some odd. You might get us doing some trades or something like that at the end of the day. But like some weird player moves. But one thing you don't see us do is we don't really toy with the coaching staff because that's the solidarity of the team.
That's why you go one and done every year.
That's it. It's the mediocrity of the team too.
At some points, yes. Like we need it's really showed like that we definitely need to work on our depth at wide receiver for crying out loud. The lack of DK really showed over the past 2 weeks. Getting him back healthy this week's really going to help.
But really,
but yeah, at the end of the day, I think we need to get our defensive coordinator. He's got to go.
If there's one, right? I get it. Well, so then the thing with Harbaugh, like they showed the last 3 losses that the Ravens had, like either in the playoffs or in the last week of the season. Was that really on him? I mean, maybe in the situations that they put him in, it has to do with coaching, but they played the Chiefs and they fumbled on the 1-yard line, which was a touchback. And then Mark Andrews dropped the ball in the end zone, Marley, when I was watching the game at your house against the Bills. And then this year they missed a field goal. So like, at what point is it on the players or on the coaching staff?
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean I always say that too. Like everybody puts it on the coach. Like they're not out there on the field. You know, they're not missing the balls. They're not, missing the passes. They're not, not catching tackles. But it's some instance. So are you coaching your team enough to be ready? Is fundamental football? Are you failing at that? Whenever you have. Some of these teams are just overridden with pre-snap penalties. That's just terrible. You can't even snap the damn ball without losing 5 yards.
That goes back
when
to
you're
coaching
constantly
too.
getting popped for what's that?
So it goes back to coaching.
That's well, I mean, yeah, because you got to get your guys ready. Stop being so panicky. Why are you jumping off sides constantly? Why are you going in false starts? Why are we in week 18 and you idiots still don't know the formation?
You're talking about the Browns because that plays.
I mean, that's
pre-snap penalties. Oh my gosh.
So I don't know. But yeah, that's where I'm at because we're at week 14 or whatever it is, and you still don't know the formation. That's bad coaching.
Right.
Because you're not teaching somebody something. How do you not know your assignment? How are you still lining up off the ball? Like what are we doing here?
So I made a list of what I think. Not necessarily a prediction on the 7 teams that have coaching openings, but I just have a take on each of these teams. We're going to go through these and see what you guys think and discuss them quickly before we get to our game picks. Okay. The Titans need an experienced coach. They have a young rookie quarterback. I don't think they have to go full rebuild. They have some young pieces to build around, but I believe an experienced coach will be a good fit for them.
Yep, I'm with you. They needed somebody that can come in and help really figure out Cam. And they need someone that's a good, very good coach that can get him under control. He's got all the tools. You got the quarterback. You just got to figure out the rest of it.
I think he could be a decent quarterback in the league. Tough division.
I do
Tough
too.
division, but I think that the Titans can bounce back within like 2 years, and we'll see where that goes. Falcons. They hired Matt Ryan as the team president.
He says final say now in the Falcons organization.
Yeah, interesting, right? He leaves the booth, or leaves the broadcast.
The team.
The team is ready to win with the right coach. It's a division that is up in the air, up for grabs. We know I think Carolina's going to still be good moving forward. It was nice to see them get playoff experience. I think the Bucs are going to bounce back. It might be one more year for them with Todd Bowles. Some things might shake up there. The Saints.
I think
Saints are on the rise a little bit. They're going to compete next year. They might stick with Tyler Shook, and we'll see what happens with the Saints. But I think the Falcons are a very attractive position for a coach. With the right coach, they have good, solid players all around on both sides of the ball. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of coach they go for.
Well, it's the way Eric's saying, so Harbaugh needs a winning team. Falcons could very well be a fit. They got a quarterback, they got the running back, they got their receivers. They need to shore up that defense a little bit more.
Their defense is they have some really, really good young pieces. Now, I mean, if you let me, I'll go on for this for just a few minutes because, as you know, Mark, one of my best friends is a huge Falcons fan, so him and I talk about the Falcons quite a bit.
Yep.
So here's a couple things that you look at the Falcons. They have, like you said, a lot of good young pieces. You look at the offense. You got here's the key. Here's the key of all of it. Can you fix Michael Penix? You fix Michael Penix, then honestly, that team's ready to win now. Because you got Bijan. Bijan is absolutely one of the best running backs in the league. He's a super duper, crazy weapon. You got Kyle Pitts, who's a freaking unicorn. Drake London is producing, is showing he's a true number one. You have a few younger guys below that may be able to step up. You have a good, solid offensive line, always have. The defensive side, you got 2 young DNs that you just drafted this year.
Yeah.
James Peters Jr. had I think 6 sacks. They drafted another kid that plays D tackle who ended up hurting his leg the last game of the year. It wasn't something that's going to keep him out next year. I can't remember his name. It's really long. He had 9 sacks. So you have 2 guys on that defensive line that produced. Then you have Xavier Watts in the back end. He had I think 4 or 5 interceptions this year. He led all rookies with interceptions. You have AJ Terrell still, who's a very good cover corner. You have a lot of good young pieces there. You got a lot of good solid pieces.
Yeah, Atlanta's going to be an attractive job.
Very attractive. The only problem is you don't have a first round pick this year. So it all hinges on what does that guy think he can do with Penix. Do you think you can win with Penix because you don't have a 1 this year because they traded that so they could get James Pierce Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Atlanta really turned it around towards the end of the season. Granted, some of that was with Kirk Cousins, but I guess if you can develop that young quarterback, you should be okay. I don't understand. I don't see why. Because he's never had a coach that can really stick with him and teach him anything. It's kind of been a deer in headlight situation down there the entire time for him. So hopefully they can get something moving.
Miami Dolphins full rebuild. There's
that team's a dumpster fire.
The motive, the storyline would be Chris Shula, grandson. In the Shula family, Rams defensive coordinator. Take over that job and full rebuild for the Dolphins. End of an era for Tua Tagovailoa. Some good, some decent young pieces there. Tyreek Hill's getting up there. They have Jalen Waddle, solid receiver. Defense absolutely atrocious. That division's gone back to New England now, and Buffalo's there. It's always going to be there. We know what the Jets are, but the Dolphins with the right coaching staff, it's going to be a patient rebuild for them. I think they're a couple years away from being an average team again.
You got 3 to 4 years at least before they're even average. I see them trading away Tua, but I don't know anybody who takes him. He's got a $55 million guaranteed contract next year.
55.
And that, huh?
55 million.
55 million. Yep. And I mean, he can't stay healthy through a whole season. So who wants to take on that? Just retire?
Arizona. Maybe.
Oh.
No, depending on who.
They have one of those in Kyler. You have a short quarterback who can't stay healthy. That's got a really bad contract. Why would you want to trade that?
Speaking of Arizona, I feel bad I didn't even have Arizona on the list. Like they're they got some good young pieces too, but that's a team that's going to rebuild. End of an era, with Kyler.
Yeah, but I mean, don't they have a good draft pick? They'll probably just grab a quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're not picking high enough to where they're going to get, one of the top two.
Yeah, but you can go find you can go find somebody Kyler Murray's talent in the later round.
But that's what they say every year. There's there's only one or two good quarterbacks. And then some guy that, it's not very popular for a pick, develop these guys, coach them up. There's more than two quarterbacks in this draft. There's going to be, not all of them could be good, but go get a quarterback that's going to fit your scheme and coach him. That's what your job is.
Here.
Look at Brock Purdy.
Could they get Quinn Ewers to be that guy? He started the last 2 games of the year. Didn't they win one of those 2 games?
Yeah.
Could they believe enough in him to let him have the keys for a year and hold off till 27?
I mean, you have nothing to lose. And if the kid plays so bad, you do get the number 1 pick. That's all.
And there's a lot of people say the 27 class was be really good, but then again, they say the same thing about this class too. The same thing every year. This up and coming class could be it. Well, next year I know the big prize is Arch. That's if he comes out. Everyone's going to be foaming at the mouth. Oh, he's a Manning. He's got to be the next big thing. Well, that's if he comes out. But you also have a lot of other good prospects that could come out next year. So,
Manning played better as the year went on. I think he's going to be a great quarterback next year.
I do
we'll
too.
See. He can run a little bit too. You can do a little bit. He's like a 5-tool quarterback. Do a little bit of everything. But just because he's a Manning, we'll see.
Who is he?
Huh?
Whose kid is he?
So Payne's brother, like the other brother, I think, right?
Coop.
Oh, he's the youngest brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Genius.
The one that wasn't able to play football.
The only one that wasn't able to play football.
He had some kind of injury, didn't he?
I think so.
I think I think it was kind of like Peyton had someone with his neck.
Early, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Browns need a leader of men. Marley's talked about this, and Eric, I'm sure we've all discussed it. Like a coach that can coach. He's not going to stand on the sideline with his arms folded. Who's not going to be stubborn and run his his really smart Yale, Harvard, whatever it is degree. A coach that's going to coach players, hold players accountable. Were the Browns tough, smart, and accountable over the past couple of seasons? No.
Well, hold on. Tough, I might give you guys. Your fucking defense has been just stellar for the past few years.
Right.
I'm like your offense though has just been dog shit. I'm sorry. That's the only thing that's holding you guys back every damn year. And it's that's just it. And yeah, it is your coach. Because there are more pictures of Stefanski standing on the sidelines with his arms crossed and that damn upside down smile over there looking like he's about to cry. Even though you're up 24-17 or some shit, because he knows you're about to lose anyway. But yeah, no. You guys imagine Harbaugh coming to coach you guys. Ooh.
From Ohio. Parents live in Sandusky.
Really?
Yeah, he's an Ohio guy.
Well,
that's why the connection with him and with Harbaugh and Michigan was so deep, because he lived in Northern Ohio and went to Michigan.
Yeah, so
I'm surprised he was able to be, because of Ohio State Buckeye fan. You figure why would he go coach Michigan?
Ravens.
But
Plug and go.
the
right?
Ravens are tricky.
They could probably plug a quarterback or plug a coach in there, and they're going to be, just fine.
I think the opposite.
What do you guys think about their offensive coordinator just getting plugged in?
Todd Monken.
So you're ready for this? This might be a strong take, and it might be a controversial take. I think it's this: they have to find a guy that can keep Lamar unlocked. I don't think Lamar has the passing quarterback skills to have some random guy come in and help him get through. He has shown that he is not the passer at times that he needs to be. He needs to have an offense that will be tailored around him and to his talents.
I don't even know if Lamar is going to be 100% anymore, to be honest.
I'm saying they have to have a guy, in like Marley, kind of like what you said, with having Monken just come in and be the head coach. He's not a good head coach, but he may be your best option, or it may be whoever comes in. You tell them to keep Monken, but you got to have a guy that can work with him.
Or how about, so maybe you bring in, being that Monken's got the relationship with Lamar, so they move him into head coach, and they bring in Mike McDaniels to run the offense.
Mm-hmm. And that was another name that I've tossed around to Eric.
I don't see Mike McDaniels coming in to head coach the Dolphins. I don't think that the Ravens would let him run their team.
Have full control. Right.
Yeah, they seen what he did to the Dolphins.
It was even the job where I was thinking maybe possibly if they were going to promote Schwartz as the head coach because, they don't want to lose Schwartz. They're already said whoever they find at head coach, they want to obviously keep Schwartz as DC. I wouldn't mind McDaniel coming in to be the offensive coordinator of the Browns either. He was a wide receivers coach for the Browns.
I mean, I love Mike McDaniel. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't.
As a leader of men, questionable.
He's not.
He brings a swagger about himself, though. He's like, I'll be your buddy, I'll be your peer. I guess that's how he coaches. He's all hitting the fucking dab pen on the sideline and shit.
But that's where it makes sense with the Browns because he was Stefanski was everybody's buddy. Jerry Jeudy would drop a pass or cause a penalty on the offense, and he would just run him right back out there. No accountability. So that's where I'm thinking maybe McDaniel is the guy that the Browns would bring in because he's lateral move with Stefanski. I think McDaniel is Stefanski, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Does McDaniel keep Shador running first quarterback?
Probably.
I can see that.
I think that he sees the tools that Shador has, and he thinks he can work with them. He's got a stronger arm than Tua, but he's not super mobile, kind of like Tua. Honestly, he's just a little bit bigger of a Tua.
And Eric, I know you're going to fall over when I tell you this. Maybe if last year, if this was the year that they did it, I think they give. I would honestly, just for one more year, I would run out. I'd run out Watson and Shador. Don't worry about quarterback. Because there's a possibility that Stefanski was the reason why Watson didn't play well when he was here.
I want to throw up.
You have to find out. He's on the team. You're paying him. You gotta try something.
Like I said,
no, you don't.
I didn't say you were wrong. I said I want to throw up.
Yeah. He agrees with me, Marley. I hate to tell you, bro. He's on the roster for another year at least.
Yes, absolutely. You can't cut him.
He's your absolute emergency quarterback, is what he is.
Right, but you're not going to go out and draft a rookie.
No, they're not.
You guys should
not. I swear to Bob, if y'all draft another fucking quarterback this year, I'm going to scream.
I'm telling you right now, Marley, this is our life. It's in the cards.
We're going to.
I don't know if we're going to. It's not a lock. We're not. I don't know. It depends who we hire.
So stupid.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Get another head coach. You're gonna need another head coach by April anyway. We're gonna know who they are right after the Super Bowl, probably, if not beforehand. And then you need to go in there and teach Shador how to play football better. You have a top 3 defense already, so you're fine on that end of the ball. Now you just need to get that kid if you guys draft any fucking thing, it needs to be a left tackle. Holy shit, that guy sucks.
Yeah, Eric, he's talking about KT Levin. Marley learned KT Levinson's name real quick.
Yep. That guy sucks so bad. There's no way in hell your quarterback will ever be successful with that guy watching his blind side. That dude is a wet paper bag with holes in it, that's been ran over like 4 times.
I don't think he
'Cause I
got a
watched that
Christmas
dude
card.
get plowed into his quarterback every single down. No, y'all need to shore up your offensive line. That'll make your running backs a little bit better. Shador will have some time to throw the damn ball. You guys always have a chance to win every game. Your defense stops people. You guys only let people score like 10, 17 points at best most of the time.
Yeah, but how good is the
That's
defense going to be?
winnable.
For how many years can the defense can be good? We've been dealing with this for 3 years now, where the defense has been good. Like, there's only so much the
Well,
defense
I mean,
can
you
do
got
now.
a couple more. You got, okay, they might not be as good next year, but they'll still be fucking top 5, top 10. Like, damn, man, to have a top 10 defense in this league,
I'll take
it's
it.
pretty damn nice. Like, your quarterbacks can work with a lot. You're not, you're barely on the, you're always on the field, so you'll be fine.
Well,
You got. I swear, if you guys draft another quarterback and you get rid of Shador, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, you just have no idea. You wait and see. First time in history on this show, Marley, where you're dealing with this with us. Like, this is something that we've been dealing with since '99.
This is normal for us.
I mean, they're talking about that we'll welcome back Rodgers if he decides to play again next year.
I love that for you guys.
That didn't sound
I ain't
positive.
I ain't hating on it. We need to wait till we get another quarterback in the draft. We ain't getting a high one this year. We made the playoffs again.
And you're
We
curious
probably
about Will
won't get a
Howard,
high one again next year either. But we also need to just work on Will Howard.
right? Work
I'm
with what
hoping
you have.
I'm hoping they're doing what Green Bay did with Jordan Love and just sit him back behind Rodgers and let him learn.
New York
'Cause that's
football.
honestly draft out.
New York Football Giants, attractive job with Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo, and that defensive line over there. Marley, you'd coach the Giants.
I'd coach the Giants in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm a
Give me
Jackson
Cam
Dart fan.
Scatterboo. I'm all about it.
Yeah,
And you
wanna
didn't
come
even
to
mention the
OC,
other
bro?
big thing there, Mark. You got Malik Neighbors coming back next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Add another receiver to that team. Well, I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson, he's a good 2-3 receiver. But another stud guy, and you're right back in it. And they're gonna get one this high in the draft. They will. Yeah, I think it's an attractive job. Tough place to coach. It's New York. You're gonna get that New York media up your ass 24/7. But that division's a little closer than everybody thinks. Like the Eagles aren't gonna be good forever. The Cowboys are the Cowboys, and I think the Commanders are taking a step back. They're losing Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator, which I think is going to be a bad move for them because he's a good coordinator. I'm not sure what the Commanders are going to do next year. They're going to have a high draft pick. Jane Daniels stays healthy. That was a question when he got drafted, and that's kind of showing. What are the Commanders going to do next year? So I think I like the Giants' job.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not even a big fan of Daniels.
Oh, I know. Max is rolling over right now because he's obviously a Daniels guy, and I like the kid. I don't know if he can stay healthy, and then that's going to be the big question mark with Jackson Dart too.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, he got his bell rung too many times this year. He needs to run a little. He needs to change his running style. I think if he does that, he'll be okay. They need to teach him how to slide, and stop taking all these brutal hits. He doesn't need to. He can throw the ball out of bounds, or he can do whatever. Just stop taking all these nasty slaps. And
What they
he'll
need
be
to really do for these kids is they need to play the RG3 clip of him, killing his knee, and then play the one this year of Patrick Mahomes. Get down.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is what happens when you don't.
Yep. You only got quarterback pads on, man. You're not wearing much. Yeah. You're gonna get broke. You're not hitting the gym like linemen are and shit.
And then at last we have the Las Vegas Raiders and a full rebuild. Pete Carroll one and done.
I mean,
they're gonna get the first
really
pick.
think it was gonna be anything different?
They're gonna draft probably the Mendoza kid from Indiana, who's in the national championship game this year. But they have a lot of work to do. They drafted a running back early in the draft, which kind of showed. I mean, that the kid's good, but it's where you have to get the right players instead of just drafting best available.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Tom Brady cooks up down there and over there in Vegas for them.
Imagine Tom Brady comes out onto the sideline.
He won't. Because that means he would not be able to be in the booth if he's too involved with stuff.
There's
Yeah, he
even
probably
a
likes
loophole to
signed
where he
money.
shouldn't even be doing what he's doing now, but he's Tom Brady,
Correct.
so they're letting him.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, they said if he were to be in like day-to-day operations, he would not be able to be on the sideline or in the booth, and he just signed 130 million dollar contract. He's not going to
Yeah.
screw that up.
Yeah, he likes that TV money.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Good
I
stuff, guys.
could see him coming out onto the field after a while. He's going to get tired of this.
Oh, I agree with you. I still think
Especially if
it's
they can't find a coach that wins after a while. He's going to be like, yeah, okay, I got the best offensive mind in the game probably. So
You have the right.
let's come on.
You have the right take, Marley, but I don't think that he's going to get tired. It's that he's Tom Brady, so he's going to just want to do something else, and he's going to be able to do it because he has the resources around him to do whatever he wants.
Yep.
But he's getting better as a broadcaster.
He doesn't like to lose, though, dude, and that's what I'm saying. He's going to get tired of watching his team that he's a part of.
Yeah.
You know, that his names that he's going to get tired of watching them go, 4-13 every year.
Yep.
He's not going to like that. So he's going to end up, coming out. He's going to do something drastic where he's going to be his hand's going to be in the pie fully.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's he takes out of whether he says I'm taking over football operations or whether he goes out onto the field and coaches.
Right. Right. We'll see what happens with that. All right. I'm going to do a little drum roll here. Final standings of the 2025-2026 regular season. Marley finishing after going 12-3 last week. Marley goes 157-97 on the season.
Not bad, not bad.
Eric, I throw you in there. You were a guest picker this year. You went 9-4 in your lone week of Peace of Mind Sports, so that was a good week for you.
Look at me.
Let's go.
9-4. Let's go.
Take it.
And at the top, after going 10-5, your 4-time Peace of Mind pick standings champion. Myself, 162-92.
Almost.
Let's go. So, Eric, I was talking about Marley in the pre-show. So my record this year was Marley's identical record from last season, 162-92.
Really?
So fell off a little bit, but still good. Like 70 games over 500. That's pretty good, right?
I would say.
Even Marley, what you went to, that was impressive. Because last year I went 178-74. But collectively, we were both just down.
Commanders way too much this year.
Yeah. Lock of the week pick standings. Marley finished because we didn't do one at the last week of the season. We agreed on that. You went 8-9.
Not bad.
Which is probably the difference in our picks because I went 14-3.
Yeah, I got smoked in those picks. Thursday night killed me too, dude. Those games are horrible.
All right, we start NFL Wildcard week. Rams at Panthers. Rams 10.5-point favorites, did not cover, but they win the game. Marley picked the Panthers.
I mean, I wasn't wrong for a while. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the Rams were kicking their ass. I'm like, man, they're getting smoked, and then they called it a comeback.
It was tied for the most fourth quarter lead changes in the playoff game.
Of course. What do you think about the Rams, realistically? Like, they're barely beating the Panthers?
I mean, it's a road playoff game, a team that had their number early in the season. I put together a list. I didn't get a chance to make a blog out of it, but I did my kind of power rankings for the playoffs, and I took the Rams number one, that they're the team to beat the playoffs this year. I know the Seahawks are good, but the Rams had the most experience besides the Eagles. Where the Eagles, they have a tough matchup today with the 49ers. We're going to talk about that later. The 49ers kind of have their number in the playoffs when they play. I think the Rams are the team to beat. And it was the team that I said at the beginning of the season. I know that we don't do Super Bowl predictions or anything like that at the beginning of the year or even throughout the playoffs, but I think the Rams, as long as Matt Stafford is healthy, which he was this year, who got the All-Pro voting, I think the Rams are the team to beat in the playoffs this year. That's my take. In the NFC.
Wrong.
We'll see.
I think 49ers.
Yeah. And you're not bad for
Yeah.
that either, because the 49ers, with their experience, Brock Purdy's, since he's been healthy and back, they've been kind of rolling. They got destroyed by the Seahawks for that number 1 seed, but it's playoff time, baby. We're gonna see who shows up. A lot of young coaches in here, a lot of first time coaches, and it's the teams that have the experience right now. It's the 49ers and the Rams. Like the NFC West is completely loaded this year in the playoffs. So we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, don't get me wrong. There was some really that game could have really went away from the Panthers if Puka didn't drop that touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Up the sidelines there. And there was a couple other throws that could have made that game go so much worse. It could have been like they were on pace to put up 50 points.
Yep.
At least. And they just stall out. So I don't know. I think if behind a better defense.
If you stall out like that, you're in trouble.
Get in trouble. What's that?
Yeah. If they stall like that against a team that is a little better skill set, then you're not gonna be able to get away with that. But this was the game for them to do that. Then maybe it's a lesson learned. It's the game that they had the close one, and we're gonna find out next week. Then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time where your veteran leadership has to step up. Can't let that happen again. You got to have. Devontae's got to be better. Stafford's got to be better. The running game's got to be better. You have to be better overall, and that's where Stafford, as your leader and as potential MVP, could look at them and say, "Hey, listen, this is what we got to do. We can't let this happen again. We will not win if we do this again."
Then in the late window, 7 seed Packers, who were favored 1.5 points. Jordan Love came back on the road against the Bears. We both took the Bears.
The Bears anymore, bro. Green Bay fans can't say shit. I'm sorry. You guys have a warm glass to shut up because it's cold out right now. So
Baby, it's cold outside. The Bears finally get their revenge against the Packers in the playoffs.
It's been a long time since they played them in the playoffs. It's been an even longer time since they've won, huh?
Yep.
It's like the 85 team, I think. So you're talking almost 60, almost 40 years ago. Jeez.
Absolute meltdown.
I don't know. I was surprised when I woke up to my phone going absolutely nuts around 11:30. When my phone 4 times, I was like, something went wrong. I'm like,
Yep.
I rolled over and I looked. I was like, they freaking lost.
Yep. Eric and I were chatting it up last night. We decided to both stay up and watch it. We were kind of teetering on, potentially going to sleep. Eric sent me a text because, hey, you still watching the game? I'm like, yeah, it's fourth quarter. They're down. Bears hit a field goal to make it 21-9. I'm like, I'm going to see where this goes.
Poor Green Bay.
I think they had a chance to lose that. I really didn't. I literally went to sleep. Thankfully, my daughter didn't wake up. Middle of the night. I wouldn't have turned it on.
Shame.
I would just went to sleep. I thought that there's no way you're going to lose this lead. You have Josh Jacobs. You have a good offensive line. You have a good defense. No way you can lose this game. Well, I was wrong.
You was wrong. They're blaming so much of this on Micah Parsons missing. I am sorry.
Is it one player though? It's not.
Draft better. You need to get more depth up there. If one man really teeters on your team that much, you guys aren't that good then. I'm sorry.
Collectively, they had injuries all around the board. Jacobs banged up, Jordan Love banged up. The receivers constantly being shuffled around.
That's every team every season, man.
It is.
Yeah, but you also got to look at who it is and where they're at. I mean, let's be honest. Any team that loses Micah Parsons is not going to be winning very many games. I mean, same thing with Myles Garrett. Obviously, they may not win the game for you, but let's be honest. If they can get 3 sacks a game, look what happens. Look how much that changes the game.
We might not have won one game this season if Myles Garrett was out.
I can give you another example. Or they are such a big impact that a team changes their entire game plan to around that one sack because they don't want him to get 1 sack. I don't know what team does that.
That sounds familiar.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, he got it on the last week against Joey Burrow. Don't worry. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Aaron Rodgers wasn't.
you
We
guys
didn't
almost
game
missed the
plan
playoffs
that
because
much against the Bulls.
you
Huh?
changed your whole entire game plan for him, and you guys almost missed the playoffs because of it.
I mean, almost only counting horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend.
I don't disagree, but you were talking about how that player
Horseshoes
affects
and
the
hand
game, and
grenades.
But I mean, I get that. I understand that. But I mean, damn, man, like, don't get me wrong. When TJ goes out, I'm a little concerned because, yeah, I'd love to have him in the game. But I'm also well aware that my defense has way more depth than anywhere in the NFL. And
Right,
I'm like,
that you're
yeah,
not
we'll
just
be
going to
okay.
roll over if TJ's out. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not just going to roll over. Like, even when Rodgers got hurt, we didn't just roll over around here. We didn't just say, oh, fuck. Like, now we're screwed. No, Mason, come on in, bro. Will Howard, where you at? Like, let's go. Let's keep this going. Like, defense, can you win us a game or two while Aaron's gone to, keep us in this?
Well, the
And that's
Packers did
exactly
that too.
what
They
we
have a
did.
solid backup in Malik Willis, who's gonna probably get a good job next year. Maybe not as a starter, but I think he's gonna find
He
somewhere.
wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. He kept them in it. Like, I don't know. They just need to work on their whole team. Like, if one dude were like your whole, like, and we have our little group chat, the Triple M. Max is in there bitching about injuries, and I'm just sitting there like, it's every team every year, man. Every team every year. And it's like the Ravens. They go through it every fucking year. Lamar can never stay healthy, but their ass is constantly in the mix. Yeah.
So today, I imagine Romo and Nance will call this game. Bills, Jags. Bills the 6 seed, Jags the 3 seed. Jags 1.5 point favorites at home. A team that we have no idea. A team that they've kicked our ass all over this year, predicting them.
Yep.
Bills, I think this is a must-win game. I mean, obviously it's playoffs, cliche as hell to say.
Oh, they have to win
But
this.
if there's a season where Josh Allen is got to do it, it's going to be this one. No Mahomes.
This is a defining one.
No Lamar. Yeah, this is going to be career altering. This game.
Yeah, like you said, no Lamar, no Mahomes. So he's got no excuses about going up against the supposed top tier quarterbacks. But I mean, he's got some gunners coming after him this year though, so he got his work cut out for him.
Well, also I
it's
think
not like he's going up against slouches.
Through Josh Allen's career, I would say this is probably his worst team that he's been on.
I don't disagree with that. Now I have a question for you. I just thought about this.
Sure.
Look at the AFC. How many of these quarterbacks have more than 1 year of playoff experience?
Nope.
Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen.
That's what I'm saying. Besides Josh Allen, who else?
Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen. That's it.
Because Nick's is 1 year. CJ Stroud, did he have 2 years or is he just one? I know Trevor's one. Drake May is 0.
Just one for CJ.
Yeah. What I'm saying that there's no. This is his legacy for Josh Allen. Because every other year you had Mahomes or you had Burrow or you had Lamar. You had another huge star quarterback with lots of experience. You can't say about Rodgers. He's not a star anymore. He's just a legend at the end of his career. You know what I mean? Like he's not the game changer he once was.
Is he a legend?
Yes.
Without winning a Super Bowl?
He's won one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's what, a 3-time MVP?
I don't know, man. That ball that he hit to Austin, I'm just like, man, that's a man's throw. That was that was Aaron Rodgers going Aaron. Like that was a pretty ball, man.
What he does.
Indeed. Wait. Who were you saying was a legend?
Rodgers.
Oh, I thought you were saying Josh Allen. My bad.
No. Josh Allen's not a legend yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Rodgers is a legendary quarterback. He's got the most experience in the whole league, coming into the AFC. But it's a matter of who's around him too. Like we got a bunch of young guys, but I'm hoping that Aaron can, rally those guys together, which I'm sure he has. They spend nothing but time together all week. So,
Eric, Bills, Jags.
The Jaguars are just being a 1.5 point favorite at home doesn't say a whole lot about you, which is pretty much like this game can go either way really fast.
I always say
like you
this.
just said, Kendall, this is definitely a must-win game for the Bills. If they lose this, that whole team's fried. I see that coach getting shit canned. I see Josh Allen maybe moving on.
Oh,
It happened up there big
no,
because these guys got to do something.
they'll get rid of the coach before Josh Allen. But
Yeah.
I always say this, Marley,
absolutely.
the 1.5 favorite at home is always the 2.5 point favorite bump for the away team.
Very true. But
But the
I don't
Bills
know. I
start
think
slow
that
all year.
Jacksonville just has a slightly better defense.
They might. Nobody's talking about that with Jacksonville. If this was like the Patriots, or if this was, the Chiefs. I'm not comparing the Jags to the Chiefs, but if this roster was on Kansas City, we'd be talking about them a lot more than Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, Bills.
Yeah, I think the Jags have a bit better defense, so I'm gonna pick the Jags today.
Wow.
I want the Bills to win because I want a better draft pick.
No, fuck the Bills.
Listen, I actually like the Bills. I was a big Josh Allen fan when he was coming out. I'll never forget going to the combine and watching him and Baker throw, and just being literally enamored with watching him throw the football. So I wanted him over Baker. I've always been a big Josh Allen fan, and what he does with the kids, I'm a big Josh Allen fan. But I don't like their team. I don't like his receivers. I don't like the fact that I bet on James Cook last week and he didn't, or 2 weeks ago he didn't win me money. I'm a little bitter about that, but I'm still gonna take the Bills.
Wow.
I think this has got to be their run. I think he realizes it. It's time for him to step up.
I'm going with what I was saying for the past couple of weeks, and I think it just comes down to like who. When it comes down to the playoffs, like these teams that mess around and win some games during the season. Good story about first-year head coaches. It's going to come down to experience in this game, and the Liam Cohen. I have respect for him of what he's been able to do with Trevor Lawrence helping him throw for over 4,000 yards. The Jaguars are a legit team. They get a home game here. But they get Buffalo. I'm taking the Bills on the road too.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see.
6th seed 49ers taking on the Eagles, who decided to sit their team the last week of the season, who had a chance to get the 2 seed and play the Packers. They get the 49ers this week. Eagles, disrespectfully, 5.5 point favorites. Tough place to play in Philly. The Eagles crowd is going to bring it. Either way, they get down in this game early. It's going to the 49ers are playing with so much house money. It's not even funny. Like the Eagles, like coming off of the Super Bowl, have a lot of pressure on them in this game. I'm not trying to sway my pick or anything. I'm still undecided. I'm going to kind of feel it out a little bit. So I'm going to go to Eric. 49ers, Eagles, 44.5 point is the over-under.
Listen, I am a big disbeliever in Jalen Hurts. I don't like him. I think he's a decent quarterback, but I think he falls apart in big games sometimes. But he can also be extremely clutch. That's my problem with Jalen Hurts, is you never know which version of Jalen Hurts you're going to get. For that reason, I think the Niners are going to get their revenge for the Brock Purdy game. Yep. I think they're going to win this one.
I'm going to say this right now. The Eagles really, I think, could just overturn and plug a good offensive coordinator in right now. I kind of would like to see Stefanski go to the Eagles as offensive coordinator. He's a Philly guy. I think he'd do great with just being a coordinator for the Eagles.
I could see it.
Marley, yeah,
I know the Eagles have been a little spunky with you this season, but you've been really good at picking either for the Eagles or against the Eagles this year.
Well, I'm going with the 49ers because, like Eric said, nah, dude, I'm telling you now, like he just said, that Brock Purdy game where he was hurt, they didn't get to play him. They're not doing it today. Christian McCaffrey, if they don't run that boy till the wheels fall off of him today, they're stupid. Okay? That man literally like it will put that whole team on his back and go. Either in the passing game or in the running game. If he doesn't have the most touches today,
like 30 touches
by the 49ers, they lose.
Hmm.
If he has over 25 touches in a game, they win. They're 8-0 when he has over 25 touches in a game.
Let's go to that and see.
They need to run the shit out of Christian McCaffrey. I understand they're going into probably the most hostile. There's the only team in the NFL that has a magistrate in their stadium. There's a reason for this. Okay? And that's facts. Like that's dead ass facts. Like I would never go near that stadium. I don't give a shit what's going on there. I don't care. It'll be the most hostile. You're probably gonna get stabbed in the damn stands. They're gonna bring a shank in there. Okay, so someone will stab you with a straw. It's not cool in there. And that's a hostile ass environment. That stadium's gonna be cranking. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, a storied rivalry.
They meet a lot in the playoffs. They do.
Yeah, they play a lot in the playoffs, especially back in the day. They played a lot in the playoffs. Joe Montana and all those years and stuff like that, and Steve Young and but yeah, no, I'm saying 49ers today, they have a better defense, I think. Shanahan is just a genius. He's game planning for these guys. He's know damn well he's going to play the Eagles. The Eagles did this for a reason, I think. Their guys are a little bit dragged out from playing so long. They need to get healthy. I think that's going to be a little bit rusty on them. Like he said, Jalen Hurts is not when he doesn't show his consistency is egg whites.
Yep.
Yeah, super runny. You never know what he's going to do. He could come out and throw 4 picks tonight, which is very possible against that stellar 49er defense.
And not to go back to the Packers, this is a perfect example of like the team that has so many injuries and could just plug guys in and win you some games. That's the 49ers versus the Packers.
Yep. And that's exactly right there. The 49ers, it doesn't matter who it is. They're going to win. They put in a backup quarterback. They win the damn game. They're on their 4-string running back. They're still winning the damn game. They're on their 7-string receiver. He becomes like one of the top in the league. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just a matter of coaching. Like, and that's also where that game will boil down. I'm sorry. I know that, the Eagles have had tons of success, but Shanahan is a damn genius. He'll have his whole team today. No one's hurt. They're all coming back. So they're going to be good to go. Is Kittle playing? I know he was a little dinged up.
He's a little dinged up, but he even played the last week of the season, I believe. So
okay,
he'll play. It's the playoffs.
He'll be fine. I think the Niners walk away with a big win out of Philly.
The one thing I'm looking at, I have FanDuel pulled up. Player rushing and receiving yards. Christian McCaffrey, it's set at 109.5.
Oh, I bet. Like he's gonna have a career day. Him and Saquon are gonna. It's not a Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy showdown today. It's a Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley showdown today. Like they're gonna need to rely heavily on their running game because don't get me wrong, Brock Purdy's a really good quarterback, but the Eagles know him. They play him a lot. They're gonna be snaky. They're gonna get the ball from him, and they need to just rely on Christian McCaffrey and just get after it whenever it has to be. You've always got George Kittle to go out and catch it in the flats as well. They just got to stick to their style though. Don't go out of pocket. Shanahan's a genius out there. Like, talk about coaching for the love of man.
Yeah, so the line is 5.5. Even though like if you get the 49ers at plus 5.5, it's minus 102, which is why like they're thinking that the Eagles are going to win by 6 or more.
No.
I'm gonna go with what I've thought all season long too, and it's exactly what we've collectively discussed in this segment. And I'm gonna take the 49ers on the road too.
Oh, clean sweep. No love for the birds out here. No, you ain't singing today, are you, dickhead?
Marley loves the Eagles.
Fucking hate that. Oh, you're singing that bullshit.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Shut up.
In the late window, a game on paper collectively, we think that I'm just going to go and put words in our mouth that the Patriots are just going to roll over the Chargers. It's not going to happen. This is going to be a really good game, and they did right by putting this on Sunday Night Football. Patriots are favored 3.5 points. They're only 196 on the money line. The over under is 45.5 because it's going to be a good game. But
I think this is the blowout of the week.
I don't know, dude. If Drake May had the experience that Justin Herbert did, and that's what I mean by experience, like this is Herbert's legacy too. And I've given up on that man several seasons ago when they were up 27-0 and Trevor Lawrence came back and won that game. That was career altering for Justin Herbert. Mike Vrabel on one side. You know, you have two good playoff experienced coaches. Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, but dude, they're in Foxborough. Like I just don't see any other outcome than the Patriots winning.
I mean,
but the Chargers are going to bring it.
I think if Vrabel wasn't coaching this team, I think I would have a lot more faith in the Chargers to win. But I think because I have so much faith in Mike Vrabel. I'm a big Mike Vrabel fan, obviously. I think because it's Vrabel coaching this team, I think they're gonna pull. Well, I think it's gonna be closer than people think. I could see, like you said, Mark, where Herbert realizes this is his legacy game. This is your chance, just like Josh Allen. The only person in the way of your run is you. So I think it very well could be they could seize the moment, but I don't know.
I'm just nervous. Like the national media, everybody's so heavy on the Patriots, but is that why? Like, is it that simple to pick the Patriots in this game, or is it going to be a game where like people are going to sweat?
Here's where I'm at with it. Right now, you have a very young Patriots team, a very good Patriots team, and you know, for coming into the playoffs, you know, first year in a long time. With a solid record too, you know, solid record coming in. They walk past all those Super Bowl trophies, all those pictures of that dynasty. And then they got the head coach who was part of all of that.
Yep.
And he's talking to that team and he's telling them, this is your time.
Yep.
This is your time, Drake May. This is your time, the rest of this Patriots team, the rest of these 52 men can become that dynasty, the next Patriot dynasty. And I know the Chargers are good. Harbaugh's a good coach too. But at the end of the day, I think the Patriots literally they put an ass whipping on the Chargers today. I'm pretty sure I'm saying I think the Chargers lose by 20.
And if that happens, I could even see a situation where like could you see both Harbaugh's coach somewhere? One be the coordinator, or are they too good to be they got to be head coaches, right?
I think they got to be separate. Yeah.
Dial it up together. I don't know.
If they dial it up together, that wouldn't be a bad thing. It'd be one hell of a staff, but I don't know. Would that really work that well?
I don't think
They're both just a head coach kind of guy.
Yeah.
One of them's not enough. One of them's not really a coordinator kind of guy. Personality wise. I could see them see them moving on from him though. Or could you see them moving on from Herbert?
Yep.
Hell no.
No? They're going to ride him. They're going to run him into the ground, huh? Because they just love him so much there.
He's a perennial playoff quarterback.
He's not. He has the same amount of playoff wins as TJ Watt.
I thought they won one with him.
They did not. Did they last year?
No. I don't think they did.
They lost. They blew that game against the Jets. I'll look it up. I could be wrong.
I'm just saying, though, like at the end of the day, when they get to the hump, they can't get over it. Today is the hump day for the Chargers. You know, Charger fans alone are screaming for this kid to win, and I get it. They've been starved for years out there. You know, but
listen,
I'm
sorry, I'm going to cut you off because this is such a pet peeve of mine. I don't trust AI. You know, Google used to be like you just plug Google in and show up, and then like this StatMuse, I cannot. This is awful. I hate StatMuse. You got to pay for this shit. So I got to go all the way down to Yahoo.
Yeah, I use Grok because it's literally what it is. Like he does the best searches now. Google sucks. It'll have you thinking you already played the damn game.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Herbert, 2022 lost wild card versus the Jaguars. 2024 lost wild. That's right. The Texans absolutely destroyed the. I was at the casino for my birthday last year for that game.
Yes, we.
That's right. Give me Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. I think the Patriots come out and just stomp the Chargers.
Eric,
they're not gonna. This ain't gonna be a close game.
I'll go Patriots.
Okay.
How can you not? The only people that are picking the Chargers today are the Charger fans, and they're even worried. You know,
Is
because
there
they got to again.
do they exist? Like 25,000 of them, maybe?
Yeah, whoever lives in the inner around San Diego. Yeah.
Which they play in LA now. I even think, like, I've had a take, like, not to stay long on this. Like, do you think I think the Raiders should have stayed in LA, but they weren't going to. Steve Kroenke, I can't pronounce his. Is that his name? Like the owner of the Rams, he wasn't going to have it. He wasn't going to let the Davis family stay in LA and compete with his market.
No,
it was perfect.
They weren't
going
to share a stadium with them either.
No, and that was part of the problem too.
Yeah, they weren't going to do that either. And like, yeah, I know the Chargers are in LA, but they're still in San Diego. They have nothing to cling to, so that's all they're going to do.
Right.
I don't really see that. Is there that many? I think there's probably more LA Rams fans than there are LA Charger fans.
Oh yeah,
for Foley. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way in hell. Like, I don't even think of that as a Charger stadium when I see SoFi. I think of that as a Ram stadium.
One game to go.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as close as everybody thinks. I'm surprised the line is that tight from Vegas. That it's only by that much.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I know.
Houston Texans favorite 3 points on the road in Pittsburgh, taking on the Steelers. Go ahead, Marley.
We're gonna give CJ Stroud fits. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a good game. We're going up against the number 1 defense in the league. You know, it's not gonna be an easy game. We can get everybody moving though. We're getting DK back. My man was playing with it. My man was practicing all week with his helmet on. He's pissed. He's going to come out and make a difference. Honestly,
like, how else he would practice? With
everybody else was without their helmets. It was a padless practice. He was the only one out there fully ready to go. He's like, "Yeah, I'm pissed. Hit me." You know, somebody hit me.
I'm going to say right now, this is going to be like a 13-10 game.
It's low scoring as all hell. Like, it's going to be 2 defenses going. It's going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yep. And
that's where it's going to boil down to. At the end of the day, it's going to be who's getting. That's where you're going to see. This is also a really big game for Stroud. Can he prove that he's also that quarterback that can keep his team moving through the playoffs? Because he hasn't really done a whole hell of a lot down there either, because he keeps getting hurt too.
Yep.
And, you know, they're going to – what do they keep – you know, yeah, they're still a very good team every year. Their defense keeps them in a lot of it. Granted, their backup came in and won them a couple games, but that defense keeps people off the field. So, you know, can they make a thing here? I don't think so. Not today.
I mean, historically, Mike Tomlin's record on Monday Night Football is fantastic.
It is, but my thing is when we got the Sunday night game, everyone's like, "I wonder where we're gonna play." I just looked at it. I said Monday night. I said they're not gonna make us play Saturday. That'd be against the rules, I think, because they can't give us a short week like that. That'd be bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they're damn sure not gonna make us play another Sunday night game. I was like, we're gonna be one of the. I told everybody we're either gonna be Sunday night or Monday night, because we need to get them. They're gonna let us rest, and we're gonna be primetime no matter which way you go about it. So we were going to either get the Sunday or Monday night game. And yeah, Tomlin's record is whatever on Monday night. But I don't really hold a whole lot of salt to that type of shit, because it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Like, no.
Eric.
It's going to come down to, like, every experience, like every game you guys we've talked about, it's all going to come down to experience. And this is where, you know, Rodgers is a veteran. You know, 3-time MVP, Super Bowl champion, can rally that off. And, you know, Cam and TJ can, you know, come in and get that defense moving. Ramsey can get his ass moving. The fact that we didn't get any All-Pro honors, like, what does Joey Porter have to do to be an All-Pro cornerback? Can someone tell me?
Yeah, have a name other than Joey Porter.
Probably
No,
not have a
because
Steelers jersey on.
if he had another name other than Joey Porter, he wouldn't. Nobody would even know who he is.
Shut down corner, bro. Shut down corner.
He gets flagged like every time.
Shut down.
Shut down on the bench.
No,
I'm sorry,
never
he's
on the
not.
bench.
I don't think he's that good.
What was his grade this year?
Probably a solid A+.
Let's check it out.
Eric, I know you got to get going. I'll let you give your pick, and you can
You're fine.
be on your
Real
way.
quick, he had a 67 grade. It was 38th in the NFL among corners.
I mean, there's a lot of
see that as
cornerbacks.
very
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
I'm going
It's
to
not
give
terrible,
him
but
this.
it's not an all-pro vote.
I was kind of shutting him down a little bit. He's a decent cornerback.
He's a good corner, but all-pro is a whole different monster. Pro Bowl, we can go with. But either way, you know where my bias stands. You also know that I'm a big Texans fan. I've always liked CJ.
Nope.
Me and you talked about this last week.
Nope.
So this is not just me being a dick, Marley. I promise. I told Mark the same thing, that I was rooting for the Texans because I like CJ, and plus they have Nick Chubb. Because me and him went back and forth because he said fuck the Texans because of
I hate the Texans.
the Watson trade.
Hate him.
So I am taking the Texans because I like CJ. Fuck Pittsburgh. I hope that Aaron Rodgers is as healthy as he can be, and you guys go into next year with him. I look forward to that if that's the case. That's my biggest hope for this year. Hopefully, you guys look really good in the playoff game, and you lose a very close nail biter, because that way they would want to keep status quo, because that's what the Steelers do. That's really my biggest hope, honest to God, is that they have a really close game. 10-13, kind of like you said, Mark, where it's a last-second field goal. They drive down the field. They have Boswell set up to kick a game-tying field goal, and he goes wide right. I would love it.
Marla, I'm gonna tell you right now, you put this on paper, and the Steelers had the experience. They're in Pittsburgh. Terrible towels will be flying. Renegades are gonna be playing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the closer that this game is, which we all think it is, later in the game, I think it's gonna put more pressure on the Steelers. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the Texans are gonna come out and be ready to play this game. They had the home playoff game against the Browns where they completely shit pumped them. Then they went on the road in LA and in the playoffs last year. If I'm not mistaken, they were on the road, but they absolutely destroyed the Chargers. A lot of people were heavy on the Chargers to win that game.
Yep.
The Texans are going to come ready to play. And I think if they get a lead early, it's going to be hard for the Steelers to catch up. Now, we said that last week against the Ravens, which they were able to. But I think the Texans are kind of modeling exactly what the Steelers are now. And absolutely incredible. They have the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
And this team is going to be ready to play.
You hit it the nail on the head. The very last part you said, the number 1 defense in the league. That is the problem the Steelers are going to have to face. They have to figure out a way to produce offense, because that's why everyone thinks it's going to be a 13-10 game, because both these offenses are not good.
Right. And Marley, we know go ahead, finish your thought, Eric. Go ahead, finish.
I was going to say, and the Ravens defense is not the Texans defense. So they are not going to let the same thing that happened last week happen this week.
And the Texans offense is not the Ravens offense.
True. Very true.
What I was just going to say is what we've discussed many times on this show, Marley, is the Steelers are going to drag you down and make you play your game. And the Texans are going to be like, all right, bet. Drag us down, beat us into the ground, because the longer this game goes on, when it's tight, the crowd's going to feel it. And you're going to Rodgers is going to look a day older every second that the clock ticks down in this game.
Man.
I'm looking forward to wide mouth Rodgers, the wide-eyed, wide mouth Rodgers, like it was against the Browns. I hope that he has those moments, because there's no better meme than when he has those moments.
I wish I could just pick the over-under in this game versus a game pick, because I do have a lot of respect for the Steelers coming into this game, and I know the Texans are a good team. This is a great matchup. I can't wait to watch this game. Respectfully, I'm going to stay away from it betting purposes. I'm taking the Texans on the road.
Ocho Cinco's going to have his team ready to go.
No.
Team who?
No.
Ocho Cinco.
It's his cousin.
What?
The Texans
That's his
coach,
cousin.
D'Amico Ryans. Looks
He
like
looks dead on Ocho Cinco's
Chad
cousin.
Ocho Cinco, his cousin.
I thought they looked alike, to be quite honest with you.
And my wife pointed that out to me like 3 years
They both
years
got
ago.
that big ass forehead.
Look, and you said that they panned the camera over to Stefanski, and he's got that upside down smile. Like they're gonna show Tomlin with that blank stare on his face with his sunglasses on.
Mm-mm.
Especially if there's no sun in the sky, he'll have the sunglasses on.
It's supposed to be absolutely atrocious here tomorrow night for football.
Love it.
Texans won't be in the confines of their little warm stadium either.
That's right.
They're gonna have to come out and play. Not gonna happen.
Appreciate your
It's not
guys'
gonna
time. I'm gonna probably collectively gather my thoughts and decide what I'm gonna bet on for these games today.
You're nuts.
There's money to be made out there, Marley.
There is, but it's risky money today. All these games are flip floppy.
Yep.
The only one that's really up by much is the damn Eagles.
I mean, Bills money line, 49ers money line plus 565. One unit, $4 gets you 22.62.
Not bad.
Even doing spreads like plus 5.5 for the Niners. Let's even do Patriots money line plus 5.5 for the 49ers. Patriots money line, 199 plus 199. $4 gets you 796. So there's options out there.
Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah, manage your money. Bet responsibly, people, please.
Yeah, don't watch betting the bag on the Bills today, people.
Imagine. Right. But that wraps up our show for today. Appreciate you guys taking some time to hang out.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Anytime, Eric.
Later, man. Have a great day, bro.
See you guys.
Marley, got anything else before we wrap up the show today?
Oh, let's see. Nope, we covered that. I'm just curious, man. I really want to know where these coaches land. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to start hiring these guys off now, because everybody's doing the interview process. I was really surprised to see Stefanski get an interview for the Ravens.
I mean, they have to interview. They have to interview people. It was probably like I'm gonna at least go interview for the Ravens, kind of show you Browns, kind of thing. But it's the Rooney Rule. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same point, I wonder when they're really gonna are we gonna have to wait till after the Super Bowl now to see who moves where?
One coach is guaranteed to get hired Super Bowl week and kind of try to steal that light of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And who gets fired here? I'm really curious to see come Thursday.
There's gonna be another coach fired between the Packers and at least the Bills if they lose.
Yeah, I guarantee. I want to see what happens after the week's playoff games. The stories are out already. I mean, there's not been a whole lot of talk about the Bills, redoing their organization, but I mean, damn, man, you make the playoffs this many years in a row again, and then like we said, you don't have Mahomes, Burrow, or Lamar to worry about, so that you should have no real excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. You still have these are evidently still very good teams coming into the playoffs. They're not slouches, but you have every right to run away with this year. And if they don't, Buffalo's been in such a spot. They have never won a Super Bowl ever. And, they've gotten so close every single season. And to now, have this team, and like you said, this might be the worst talented team that Josh Allen's ever played with, but they're still finding ways to win games. But can they find a way to win the big game? And that's the big ones today. If they don't win today, I see that coach getting moved out, or I see some of maybe their coordinator gets moved out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They've changed coordinators every year for the past 3 years. They got Joe Brady, who's going to be a hot coaching candidate. That's what teams are kind of waiting on too after this game to see what happens.
Yeah, and I don't see maybe their head coach going anywhere, but maybe their coordinators get shuffled out and they just get some new blood in there. The biggest thing I want to talk about, I really think that the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles, my man, you need to get yourself a defensive coordinator.
Yep.
You didn't have one all season. All right. That really showed that you weren't able to show much love to the whole team. Like you had to worry about so much more than you needed to.
So I think he's a
You
defensive
should
coach.
get. I
think
get
Todd
that.
Bowles
Well, then
is a
go to the
defensive coach.
defensive coordinator, man.
Right.
I understand. Like Tomlin is a defensive coach. Harbaugh's a defensive coach, but they have, they don't run. I'm sure they have a hand in it. Damn well they're saying, hey, I don't think you should be. Let's go with this.
Facts.
They're talking to their coordinators, but at the end of the day, it's on them to run the defense or the offense. So that way Tomlin can coach, or they can coach the whole damn team, not constantly having to worry about, like, you're not even able to work with the offensive coordinator because you got to worry about the damn defense. When they come off the field, what are you doing? No one's talking to those guys. Is that what's going on? Because why? You got your offense out on the field now you got to go work. Now you got to fix that. Tampa Bay has to fix that. I think if Tampa Bay fixes that, they still run with Baker. Don't get rid of Baker.
No.
Keep him going. He's doing just fine. He needs a better defense, and that'll come from a coordinator. They do need a bit of little couple pieces down there. That everybody does. You could always have better talent. There's never nothing against better talent. But he's got a solid team down there. They really do. They just need to get better coaching. So I could see it'd be crazy as hell to see Harbaugh go down and coach the damn defense down there. Or maybe Todd Bowles gets shifted into the defensive coordinator and Harbaugh comes down there and runs the team. That's a damn possibility.
Interesting.
Interesting. Hot take on the Buccaneers. Watch it.
Keep a lookout for
I'm
it,
curious to see what happens with them because they're evidently they've been out of the playoffs for so no one's really talking about them. They're probably just watching what goes on. And that's the thing. Are they in the coaching carousel to see what happens? There's already a bunch of big names that come out.
Is that the weight that Harbaugh carries? That like maybe like a team that didn't fire a coach yet is like, yeah, like we're gonna go get Harbaugh.
I mean, there's a bunch. Like, look, you either got I am really curious to see if LaFleur survives this, dude. I'm really curious to see if Matt LaFleur survives this loss. If he is not fired by Thursday or by the end of the playoffs, after we see who gets once we see who gets let go after before the Super Bowl, because some of these playoff coaches are going to end up losing their job because they lose a game.
Right.
So it just happened. So. What are we going to see? Or is Green Bay going to walk off from Matt LaFleur? Are they going to trade him out? I mean, Mike McCarthy's name is being tossed around a lot in a lot of places. Can you? Can we? And I think he does. Like Harbaugh's name, dude, he was a coach for 20 years. He won a Super Bowl. He's that he brings in a culture that it's a steadiness of the ship. That he can bring in and say, hey, he's not the guy that you can hire for 2 or 3 years and then shit can him. He's not going to have that. He's not going to let you do that to him. He's going to look at you and go, no, I spent 20 years at the Ravens. So I expect the same from my new team as well. They gave me 20 years.
Yeah. That's right. He's not going to go. He's not going to go to the Titans and rebuild them. He's going to go to a team like Atlanta that's ready to win. Maybe,
I mean, and that's the thing too, though. Like, why wouldn't he go to a team that's ready to rebuild? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you want to go in and say, yeah, okay, you guys were good, but you could be better. So now let's revamp this team. So what? Yeah, I might lose for a couple years, but I'm going to have my guys.
Right.
I'm going to get my people in here. Yeah, Atlanta's a really, really, really,
attractive job. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good job. They got a good quarterback. Like Eric said, if they can fix Michael Penix, they'll be okay. They got Bijan. They got a decent defense. They always do. That's a decent job. But there's so many teams that were way closer to winning than the Falcons could be with a better coach. They're really talking about him going down to the Dolphins as well. Getting out of the cold weather, going to play down in Florida, South Florida. You can easily recruit people to South Florida just because you're playing in South Florida. Now you tell me you got John Harbaugh down there,
right,
or Jim, whichever one it is. Down there as the coach, they're going to flock to him. He's got Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he got hurt, but I think when he comes back, if he's got a good coach and a better quarter, they're walking away from Tua. He's gone. That's without question. There's no more Tua in the Dolphins. That should have happened years ago anyway. That kid should have just retired before he turned his brain into mush. So I just want to see what happened. Man, I think the storyline of the week though is the Green Bay. Is Green Bay losing to the Bears like that after being up so much and just literally being able to run away with that game. And that's where you want to talk about not having you guys have no excuse besides Micah Parsons being out. And that wasn't even that big of a damn factor. Like you mean it like you guys you can't hang on to a lead? Like, geez. You went into halftime shitting on them. To wake up to lose like that? You guys got to get it together. Yeah, got to get it together.
And Matt LaFleur was the quarterbacks coach for the Falcons in the Super Bowl, right?
Ooh.
When they lost to the Patriots.
So did he change jobs and go to the Falcons?
I'm not even just saying that. Like, he's been a part of the other end of the clutch game. He was a quarterbacks coach when they lost. But does Matt Ryan like LaFleur enough to where he'd pull him to go to Atlanta, be a head coach there?
Ooh.
So a lot of things going to happen over the next couple of weeks.
I mean, that's the thing. Matt Ryan, that's probably one of the biggest moves in the league this year.
Yeah.
Putting him as say all like that owner just said, "Here you go, buddy. Do whatever you want." That guy's got money coming out of his arms anyway, so it didn't really matter. He just gave him a checkbook and said, "Go build me a team."
Because Arthur Blank's one of those guys that's very hands-on with the team, and it's cost him a lot. And I think finally he's taken a step back and letting somebody else be in control of it, like Matt Ryan.
Well, he's super old. You can't connect with these guys. Like, what do you have in common with a younger NFL head coach or even an NFL player at that point?
They're just stubborn owners that love power, like Jerry Jones.
And look where they are.
Yep.
Look where they are. If he would release that team and let these coaches coach, that team would be a hell of a lot better. Yeah, Jerry Jones, you go out and sign all the deals. If you want to do something, if you want to be, big dick Jerry down there still, build your damn stadium, sign your big ass contracts.
Yep.
Walk out with your senile looking
ass. Throw your money around everywhere. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Throw your oil money around everywhere. We get it. We all seen Landman. We know how you got your money. Good for you, bro. But at the end of the day, man, if you let go of that team, like not let go, but stop, like look what you're doing down there. You guys can't beat anybody. You old Mr. Dak Prescott, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you still can't make the damn playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You're just washed down there. I'm so curious to see what happens down there. Like of course they're gonna stick with Dak. How can they not? They just paid his ass.
The coach Schottenheimer, he's gonna get a very short leash next year.
Schottenheimer going to get the shortest leash in history.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to smell Jerry's breath all season. Even from the booth. He's probably in his earpiece. Like, why are we running that play?
Good stuff today, Marley. Good stuff.
It's going to be a good week of football, man. I love Wildcard week.
Yep.
These games are really good. I'm so glad that they weren't boring. They were a little bit boring, but I'm glad the second halves picked up and they changed it around and made it a little bit more exciting for everybody. I hate waiting until 4:00 for the first game though. That was a long wait yesterday.
Yep, today we get 1 o'clock Bills Jags right out the gate.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game, man. But that's gonna be a real good game.
We'll be in the DMs talking about it. Hope everybody has a wonderful day though. Thanks for tuning in to Peace of Mind Sports Podcast for another season, and it's a good one.
Only a few more left, everybody. Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Yep.
You know.
Peace out.